Hello guys, welcome back to my lesson. So today we're going to answer questions under reproduction in vertebrates. So let's look at the first question. It says read the extract below. Reproduction in guppy fish. Guppy fish have a very interesting method of breeding. During mating, the male deposits packets of sperm inside the female's reproductive opening using an organ called gonopodium. So by reading this statement, you can see that this is internal fertilization because the sperm is deposited inside the female reproductive opening, and then the process takes place several times and the female stores some of the extra sperm. The fertilized egg remain in the female's body until they hatch and the young are born live. So the eggs remain in the female's body. So we can tell that this is ovovivipary because the eggs they are not laid. So the last sentence, the gestation period is usually between 22 to 28 days. So name the type of fertilization in guppies, that is internal fertilization. We saw by the statement during mating, male deposit packets of sperm inside, right? The second question says explain two ways in which the type of fertilization named in question 2.4.1 increases reproductive success. I told you that they might ask you advantages of all the strategies: internal fertilization, external fertilization, development, which is precocial and altricial. They might ask you the advantages, and I have mentioned them in the lesson. So the advantages of internal fertilization is that sperms are deposited inside the female body, thereby increasing chances of fertilization. Gametes or zygotes are inside the body, therefore they are protected from predators or environmental dangers. Why are guppies regarded as being ovoviviparous? Because the eggs hatch inside the female's body and the young are born live. Or you can just say that the eggs are they're produced but they are not laid. The eggs hatch inside the female body. So the next question says the diagrams below shows internal structures of an amniotic egg after fertilization, as well as the chick that hatched from the egg. So what type of reproduction strategy is this? This is oviparous strategy, oviparity or ovipary. So the fertilization is internal because it happens inside the female's body and then the eggs are laid. So the diagrams below, I've read that the first question, name type of fertilization that is taking place, that is internal fertilization. And the second one says state the name of reproductive strategy, which is shown by the development of the embryo within the amniotic egg, that is ovipary. Name the type of development. I told you that if they ask you about fertilization, you're going to choose from external and internal. The second one asks you about a reproductive strategy. You're going to choose from ovipary, vivipary, ovovivipary. So now you're identifying development. You're choosing from altricial and precocial. But how would you know if it's altricial or precocial? In altricial, the eyes are closed. Are the eyes closed? Yes. It can't move. Can it move? No, it can't. So that is altricial development. So give two functions of the amniotic fluid. You know this from the topic of human reproduction. It protects the fetus against shock it keeps the fetus moist, it protects the fetus from temperature changes. Explain how the size of the yolk sac affects the development of the chick in the diagram. So remember the yolk sac, that's where it gets its nutrients. So if the yolk is small, what's going to happen? It means that the fetus is going to get less nutrients, and hence it's not going to develop, right? It will be less developed. So if the yolk is big, then the fetus is going to be more developed. So but here in this case, what's happening is that the yolk is small. As you can see that the fetus is also small. Therefore, the chick received less nutrients from the yolk, and then it is less developed. And it was also born not being able to see, not being able to walk. So let's look at the next set of questions. It says that read the extract below. The bluefin tuna, the great white shark, and the bottlenose dolphin. There are 3 aquatic species that are found in the Indian Ocean. So the bluefin tuna, which is the first species, it releases up to 540 million eggs into the water. What does that tell you? That tells you that in bluefin tuna, the fertilization that takes place is external, while the great white shark female produces 2 to 12 offspring through ovovivipary every 2 years. Here you are told that the strategy is ovovivipary, fertilization is internal. A bottlenose dolphin female, being a mammal, is viviparous and produces 1 offspring every 2 to 3 years. This one is like humans. It's the fertilization is internal. The strategy is vivipary. So the question says, name the type of fertilization that take place in the bottlenose dolphin. Let's look at the bottlenose dolphin. That is internal fertilization. Name how 2 of the reproductive strategies of the great white shark increases its reproductive success. So the 2 strategies we talked about in the white shark is that there's ovovivipary, there's also internal fertilization. So let's explain how those 2 strategies, they increase reproductive success. Internal fertilization increases the chances of fertilization. Ovovivipary, eggs are retained inside the female's body where they are protected. So let's talk about the last question. Explain 1 reason why the bluefin tuna releases a large number of eggs to increase the chance of fertilization or the survival of the eggs, as the eggs may be lost to predators since there is external fertilization. So thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you.